Because they are old, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're falling down and that it's ludicrous to say that they're past their best. Now, the residents have banded together as a community and protested really passionately about this decision. And, well, you go to the streets and there's barely a house that doesn't have a campaigning poster in the window. This evening, I guess the question is that campaign at the end of the line? Well, I've been talking to a number of residents and they are very determined to keep their homes and exceptionally passionate about it. Three very different residents of Gresham with three compelling stories about why they don't want to see their homes demolished. Meet Mashide and just some of his extended family, all of whom live in Gresham in 8 different houses. His aunt Mashiba lives next door with her family. His granddad around the corner, he's looking after one of Mashide's nieces today. His cousin in the next street, and so it goes on. To demolish some of their homes would rip this close family apart.
In our culture, we have an extended family, so we look after each other whenever there's a little function or whatever. It's easy for us to get by, and we stick together. If anyone needs us, we're there straight away.
Mashiba's family has just paid £20,000 to renovate their home.
When they move us out, we don't know where we end up, and what area will we go to, and what that area will, the way they're saying it's like Groville, Winniebanks, where I'm not, I don't feel like going there. I don't even want to stay a day there, rather than living my whole life. I can't imagine my kids growing up there.
A few doors away, Majid introduces us to Gladys. Gladys has lived here most of her life. She's 88 and is now partially sighted. She finds her way around simply because she knows the area so well and remembers the colour of paint on neighbours' houses. Everyone in the street knows and looks out for her. Her son is terrified about what will happen if she's forced to move.
At the moment, she's in an area where she's quite capable of knowing actually where she is, where she can walk to, and as regards the shops and the hairdressers and sort of other things such as that. To take her out of this area would be very devastating because she wouldn't actually know where she actually was, So it's going to be very upsetting for her, and I just can't bear to see it really happening,
And then there's Gordon, who's just in the next street. He has spent thousands of pounds of his own money adapting his house for his wheelchair.
I've invested a great deal in it, not just financially, but I've invested a lot of me in it. I've been here for 16 years, and I've made it. I've sort of personalised it to my needs. It's a wonderful community. It's the most cosmopolitan community I've ever lived in, and we all just get on. There's no problems, no antisocial behaviour. Despite what local politicians are suggesting. It really is a healthy, nice environment. And, I think it would be a crime actually to destroy that.
Well, you saw Majid Aslam in that film, and he's actually come to join us now straight from the meeting we were talking about earlier. Majid, is this the end of the line for your campaign?
It's far from over. It's just been a small stumbling block. The war is far from over. We can certainly win this.
So what are you going to do now? What happens now?
Next, I think basically it's open shut case. As long as we can convince the Deputy Prime Minister that none of the residents want this, we can easily win this.
So you're going to take it to John Prescott?
Definitely. We're going to plan a bus trip down to see the Deputy Prime Minister, and we're going to make sure our voice is heard loud and clear.
What is it that makes you so convinced that you can still overturn this decision?
Because the mass majority of residents here don't want it. So at the end of the day, if the council's going to listen to us, if the Deputy Prime Minister is going to listen to us, then we can win this. Of course we can.
And Mr Mallon obviously feels equally passionate about it. He says that this is necessary. Your pain is necessary for the long-term future of Middlesbrough. Do you see that?
Definitely not. Definitely not. We recognise there's a problem with the houses in the area. But basically that problem exists all across Middlesbrough, not in one ward. Why is the demolition concentrated in just one single ward?
OK, well, thank you very much, Majid.
Okay,
I understand you're going now to present a petition.
Yes, I am. I'll be presenting a petition of 1,600 residents in the area who say no to demolition.
OK, and that's to the full Council of Middlesbrough, which is going on at the moment. Carol, I think people feel passionately about this on both sides of the argument, so I'm pretty certain it's a story that we're going to return to many times in the coming months.
Thank you. As you might have heard on the 6 o'clock news, the former Redcar MP Mo Mowlam is critical